Ohio State hit the practice fields Thursday morning for the first time as the Buckeyes training camp is now underway, less than a month to go before the highly anticipated season opener against Notre Dame. And as Mark Coons reports, Ryan Day begins his fourth season as head coach, looking to restore OSU's toughness for their first game as well as their last game of the season.
With C.J. Stroud, Travion Henderson, and Jackson Smith and Jigba all returning, the assumption is the offense, despite losing a pair of starters on the offensive line and 2 first-round draft picks from the receivers, will simply pick up right where they left off a season ago. But Ryan admits it's not as easy as that sounds.
Our offense hasn't done anything. This is a whole new group, so we got to go out and prove ourselves. It's just. And I know what you're saying. I think, this offense is just going to go out there and start scoring and be the best offense, in the conference. Well, it doesn't just happen, And we have to make sure we're starting with our foundation, and that's, running the football and toughness and having our edge and ball security and all the little things that lead you there, and then it goes from there. But I will say, if we can play complementary football this year, then that gives us a chance to win, in the first game, and that's all we're going to really focus on right now. It's very, very easy to start getting ahead of ourselves. But in order to reach our goals, we got to take care of business early on. And really, you can't start accomplishing those goals until November.
Day admits he won't have a firm grasp on this team until after next Saturday. Need a couple of practices under the belt, but reaffirms he likes what he has seen from the revamped defense, as well as the focus on toughness, skill, and discipline.
I think once we get the pads on, we'll get a better feel for that. But certainly the understanding of the defense, where guys are at, and how quickly they're fitting things the right way, how fast they're reacting, are they where they're supposed to be? And you can tell by their confidence, too, and when you're anticipating as opposed to reacting. But today, everyone was jacked up today and flying around, and there's been a lot of good feedback there. But at the end of the day, we got to stop the run. We got to stop the run. And that's going to start with defeating blocks and knocking back the line of scrimmage with pad level. I like the scheme. I like what Jim's doing. I like what our defensive staff is doing. I think Tim and Perry and Larry do a great job. I think they teach effort, they teach fundamentals. I like what's going on there. But the proof will be in the pudding. We play, on September 3rd. But certainly there's a lot of optimism.
And Day admits, as a player, he didn't necessarily look forward to the first day of training camp. As a coach, well, he recognizes it's simply the first step in what is hoped to be a long, long journey for the Ohio State Buckeyes, a journey that will begin September 3rd at home against Notre Dame. In Columbus, Mark Coons, BCSN.